Alright, you saw the thumbnail. It's fucking conspiracy theory time. It's tinfoil hat time. Welcome back to Luke's Homebrew. Hope you learned something today, or at least become a skeptic like me. But I just want to do a quick video on why I think that Wizards of the Coast is secretly allocating resources to actually start making at least a 5.5, maybe a 6th edition. And here's the reasons why I think that. And this first point is really just, I saw it in a video by, it wasn't WebDM, it was the other one, the D&D Beyond. It was with an interview with Mike Merles. Sorry you left the shop, but he was talking about if he ever made a 6th edition, that he was going to make various different changes, especially with the initiative system was something that he specifically notated, that he wanted to make initiative based more on class and what your main ability score was in that class. But that's not the key seller. And that's not why, obviously we all know 6th edition is going to come out at some point, because look at how popular 5th edition has become. Look at how popular RPGs have become lately. Literally, you talk to almost anyone and they have at least tried at least one shot of either D&D, Call of Cthulhu, Pathfinder, Starfinder, whatever it is. It's mainstream. Everyone's talking about it right now. So we know that 6th edition is going to come out, but I think it's probably going to come out within the next year and a half, 2 years. And the reason why I think that is also my relationship with Magic the Gathering. Videos incoming about that too. But Magic the Gathering has about a 2-year run cycle before when they print stuff and continue to print stuff, when they shut the valve off and actually stop printing and start reallocating for the next set or the next big set. So I think Magic the Gathering, which is a subsidiary of Wizards of the Coast, same as Dungeons and Dragons, and I think really they're in a 2-year production thing. So essentially they'll make a product or make a series of products over a set of 2 years, and after that 2 years production is finished, that's when they actually begin releasing that new product. I hope that made sense. But essentially, obviously companies work far in advance to when we actually see the product, and I think that's for the benefit of them. That way they always have a leg up on us. But right now, I think Wizards of the Coast, specifically D&D, is working on a 5.5 and 6th edition. And the reason why I think that is if you look back when 5th edition just came out, its first couple of years, books like this were coming out. Fantastic works of art were coming out. And we're not really seeing much of those anymore. We saw Descent into Avernus, but that was kind of like a side project by a side developer in the Wizards of the Coast team, but it wasn't it wasn't this. You know what I mean? I love Descent into Avernus. It did a lot of good things. Also got some things wrong, but that's a topic for another video. But we used to get this, but now we're getting books like this, the new Theros book. I haven't been able to get it yet. And this. And let's talk about these three. One, let's start with this book. This was very grounded to the 5th edition rules and rule set, and it followed the player handbook, followed the DMG, and everything was one working machine, and it had one purpose. It was just chug, chug, chug. But now it seems like they've been playing with a lot of stuff. And that's good. Games should evolve. I'm not against that. But let's throw that over to the side. Games should evolve. But what I'm starting to notice is books like this. I'm sorry, but this is an OP, overpowered piece of bullshit that breaks campaigns. I love you, Mercer. I fucking love you. Your role-playing and your whole group. I religiously watch Critical Role. But the mechanics in this are entirely different than the mechanics in that. And same thing with this book. There's a fuck ton of new spells. Awesome. And they're pushing the boundaries of 5th edition in this book. But in this book, they're running out of ideas. They used to be on a production cycle where they would make adventures. I think it was 2 adventures per year, and they would release those. But they've slowly backpedaled that. I think it's down to like 1.5-ish right now. It just kind of depends, with a lot of Unearthed Arcana. And I think we're going to get another book kind of like Xanathar's. But the point I'm trying to get to is they're making less and less adventures and stealing ideas from other resources, such as Ravnica, such as Theros. And I bet you $1,000,000 that they're going to make a book on Zendikar, because Zendikar is just huge in Magic the Gathering. And I guarantee you they're going to make that, and they're going to turn Planeswalkers into an actual thing, and that I'm super excited for. But I think they're running out of ideas, because they're not making adventures like they used to. And frankly, I think that means that they're allocating a lot of their producers, a lot of their content creators, into secretly creating this 5.5 or 6th edition. And with that, we're going to see new mechanics. I think definitely Mike Merles, even though he's out of the picture right now, I think we're probably going to see a revamp to the initiative system. I think spell slots might be changed back to spell points. I don't know about that. It's kind of finicky. I definitely think stats might be pretty consistent with what they're at right now. They might change a little bit, but I think that's something that's just D&D that's not going to change. But I think a lot of the small rules that they played with, concentration, stuff like that, that's either going to go away or going to continue to evolve. Because just look at the latest releases. Like Theros just came out. This came out last year. I think they're really just running dry and really experimenting on something new, which I'm excited for. And I can't wait until they actually announce that 6th edition is going to come out, because that's going to skyrocket the channel, hopefully, and be exciting for my players, because even we're starting to get fatigued from 5th edition. We're slowly converting over to Call of Cthulhu and trying out new things. And homebrewing unto itself, which is going to be a plethora of new videos coming your way, has exploded, myself included. I'm making new content like 3 days a week, and there's hundreds, if not thousands, of people out there in the world that are dungeon masters creating new content for 5th edition, because slowly the pipeline is running dry. And I think it's the same thing as the Magic the Gathering life cycle, where it's about a 2-year production cycle. Obviously, 5th edition's been out for a lot longer than 2 years, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's a production cycle, and I think they're already working on 6th edition, because this pipeline's starting to come dry, and with a new rule set, they can revamp good books like, I'm not going to grab it, good books like Strahd. They can revamp various different storylines in that new rule set, and I think it's going to be a source of inspiration for a lot of their workers, especially with this whole Corona rioting shit that's going on. Whatever your opinion's on right now, I guarantee you all of those content creators are thinking about different ideas for 6th edition, if not stories for 5th edition. But I guarantee you it's probably for 6th edition. And I've explained my points in that. I'm going to stop rambling, because that's what it's turning into at this point. So that's where I'm going to cut the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this sparks a little bit of just like wonder and intrigue. I'm really excited for 6th edition if it does come out, if not like a beta of some kind. But I think definitely within the next 1.5 to 2 years, we're probably going to see it start popping up. So Tinfoil Hat Luke is here to tell you it's probably going to happen. But if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button down below. It really helps support the channel. If you do like these kind of videos, consider subscribing. I have a ton of D&D videos, as well as gameplay videos going from COD Zombies. We're going to do like horror games like Soma, Slenderman, and then probably pop in some Minecraft here and there. But thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and have a good one. Bye.